Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi attended the summit. Even though India is not a member, Modi was invited by the host. He was in Italy for barely 24 hours. He spent all of Friday in meetings and sessions, one after the other. We spoke about a few yesterday about his bilaterals with some world leaders like French President Emmanuel Macron, British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky. All these meetings took place before yesterday's main event, the G7 outreach session. The session where non-G7 leaders addressed the attendees, from Pope Francis, who spoke about artificial intelligence, to the rest of the non-G7 heads of state. Prime Minister Modi was one of the people who addressed this outreach session. Before he began his main speech, Modi spoke about India's recently concluded elections. He called them the biggest festival of democracy in the world. He explained the sheer scale of the Indian election, how about 640 million people voted and how the votes were tallied in just one day. 640 million people is more than the total eligible voters in all the G7 countries. So the Indian elections truly were the biggest festival of democracy. After that, Prime Minister Modi spoke about the issues at hand. The G7 outreach session had three topics: artificial intelligence, energy, and Africa and the Mediterranean. On AI, Modi said that India was at the forefront of the new technology. He mentioned how India was one of the first nations to formulate an AI strategy. And he spoke about India's AI mission, the one launched this year. It's called AI for All. After this, the Indian Prime Minister moved to the topic of energy, and this is, of course, related to climate. Modi reiterated India's commitment to go carbon neutral by 2070. He also spoke about a new scheme that was recently launched, a tree plantation drive launched on Environment Day, which was on the 5th of June. Modi asked other leaders, the other leaders present here, to join India on this plantation drive. Then came the topic of Africa, the migration of Africans to Europe. This, as we've been saying, is a major issue for the Europeans, and Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni is keen to tackle it. Her plan is to invest in Africa to help develop the continent. Prime Minister Modi spoke about India's contributions to Africa's development. He pledged to continue on that path and to keep championing the cause of the global south at the world stage. So that was the big event from yesterday, the G7 outreach session. But Prime Minister Modi's day did not end there. In the few hours before his flight home, he had other meetings, bilaterals with multiple leaders, like the G7 host Giorgia Meloni. A wide range of topics were covered during the Modi-Meloni meet, including defence cooperation. The countries also hope to expand defence industrial ties, which usually means more weapons deals. But there are no specifics about that yet. After the meeting with Meloni, Prime Minister Modi spoke to Japan's Prime Minister Fumio Kishida. Their meeting touched upon an existing deal, the Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed rail project. This is an under-construction rail line which seeks to connect the cities of Mumbai and Ahmedabad via bullet train. The deal's progress was reviewed, along with other Indo-Japanese collaborative efforts. Modi then met with some of the other leaders present, like German Chancellor Olaf Scholz and US President Joe Biden. He also briefly interacted with Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. There was an air of frostiness in that meeting, which can easily be gauged from Modi's social media posts. Every other meeting was described as excellent or delightful or productive. The one with Trudeau was merely noted. After the hectic social calls and sessions, it was time for Prime Minister Modi to go home. So what should be the key takeaway from Modi's summit? What should we take away from this summit? One common theme seems to be defence. Almost all of his bilaterals involve talks of defence partnerships. France, the UK, Italy, India seems to be trying to forge defence ties with all of them. Diversifying supplies, basically, which would also mean a range of options when it comes to defence equipment for New Delhi. Then there were talks on trade and ongoing projects, which was only to be expected. But there's a bigger message in all of this. Prime Minister Modi's presence at the G7 for the 5th consecutive year is a signal to the world that this should start looking routine by now, because India is coming into its own on the global stage.